Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. This is a daily chart. This is a death cross. This is the 50 day moving average coming down, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about divergence. Oh boy, divergence sounds scary. Well, it is. Let's see, where are we at? Tesla had a high today of 205.30, a low of 198.44, and we closed in the green. 202.04. 202.04. And while I'm still on that subject, 202.04, right now the price has dipped down. It dived right after the close in the after hours and went down to $200.30, and it's rebounded back up to $200.80, 50 cents back up. Oh boy. But anyway, Grandpa thinks we're going to open real close to that 202. Maybe a little bit under, maybe a little bit above, but right near the 202. Within pennies. Grandpa says within pennies. Well, that could be a million pennies or 10 pennies. You decide. But anyway, within pennies. Now, volume fell today, okay, by 9 million shares. And what that causes is what's called divergence. And in other words, you're probably going to get a correction going down because they didn't do stuff quite the way they should. They got overly excited. That's Grandpa's opinion, by the way. Oh, don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's entertaining. And furthermore, like, share, and subscribe. Grandpa just loves it if you share and subscribe and all that happy stuff. Let's see, where were we? Divergence. So, and this happened the other day too. But yeah, I believe we're going to bounce back up here by the open tomorrow, and open right around where we ended up closing, right about 202. So that's what that's about. Hey, if any of you guys are options traders or want to hear about options, the guy that I like to listen to is Kerry Artek at Wicked Stocks. I don't do options personally at all. Did it once and it didn't go too well, and they deteriorate with time, and it's a tricky deal. But Kerry Artek at Wicked Stocks, in his videos that he puts out daily, he talks about different option trades that you might do or not do or whatever, up or down, and seems to make a lot of sense to Grandpa. However, like I say, I don't do it. I do watch him. I enjoy him, and I believe he's very knowledgeable. And another guy that Grandpa, I really enjoy this guy. His name is Nathan, and he's with Finance Hydra. If you type in the Finance Hydra, he's from Brazil, this young guy. And he's a swing trader, and he does other stuff besides Tesla too, but he does a lot of Tesla live streams or videos, and he's the one that talks about trading shares as being reactive, not predictive. And because predicting where anything is going is really, especially if you're trading very short term, daily. Um, you need to be reactive. You know, unless you're doing Grandpa's substance far out. Uh, there's nothing reactive about that. You're just waiting for a place of substance to come again, and it will. Grandpa's places of substance always come. So what am I missing here? Well, Apple, of course, they decided not to make electric cars, probably because Lucid and Rivian and Neo and the rest of them are all losing their tail, as well as Ford and GM. Every vehicle they make and every electric vehicle they make, the ones that are making money are Tesla. Tesla makes money, and they're every day that goes by, in Grandpa's opinion, they're just getting stronger. And if they'd ever end that war over there in Israel so they can go through the Red Sea with their boats, you know, that's got to have an effect on it has a huge effect on the price of everything in the world. Talk about inflation, my goodness. That's inflation. Yeah, we're inching upward. We're up at about $200.90 here, as Grandpa's talking to you. But this death cross, this 50 moving average, we're going to be talking about this 50 for quite a while, because we need to close above this 50, and it's coming down. What price? 214.50, 213.50, 215.50. We're dropping about $1 a day here in the daily chart, and she's coming down to meet us, and we're going up to meet it. And when we hit it, I expect a little bit of a retraction, and but we might just be lucky to move sideways tomorrow on Thursday, and maybe she'll go up and close above 207 or whatever. But in Grandpa's opinion, we need to be, well, it depends on where it's at. Like I say, if we can close above this 50, and it don't need to be by too much, then it will act. Right now, it's going to act as resistance when we hit this line. Wherever we hit it, it's going to be huge resistance, and we might just blow right through it and close above it a little bit. That's then we can be off to the races. What's the races? Up to the 200. Where's the 200? It's at 234 and a half. $234 and a half right now, and climbing still a little bit. So say 235. And the reason being is every trader in America that's got a chart is watching these 50 and this 200, okay? And what they do is when they see that it's going to, when they see it closes above it, okay, they use this line as a place to sell if they're long, and they use it as a place to rebuy as it's coming back down. So if they close above it, they're going to view it as support. Right now, they're viewing it as resistance. Oh, they're going to hit that line, and we got to get out of Dodge. And the same thing when they're on top. And once they get on top, they're going to want to go for this line. That's the 200-day moving average. And so I that's just human nature. The way that works. So yeah, check out Nathan at the Finance Hydra if you're stock trader in Tesla, and he does a good job. He talks a little bit about uh, the shower and what do they call it? Head and shoulders. Head and shoulders. Grandpa uses Head and Shoulders in the shower, and I make fun of that. But Grandpa has fun talking about W's and M's and stuff, and um, but and if you are an option looking at trading options, Grandpa really can help you a whole lot. Um, and but this Kerry Artek is I I I view him as I value his input. Put it that way. And if you want entertainment on what's going on in Tesla world, as far as their new vehicles, and got some really super good videos, is that Matt Poitras, that Canadian young guy up there in Canada. He just does an awesome job. As Grandpa likes to watch these guys, and the grandkids go, Grandpa, are we watching? Are we gonna watch Tesla, or are we gonna watch Leo the truck? Well, we do a little bit of each, and then we do some singing. They were called Grandpa today, and we visited on the phone because it's icy here, and they all were singing. Grandpa told them a little bit about Fee Fi Fo Fum, and then they all sang uh, Jesus Loves Me to Grandpa. What a crew, I'll tell you. Can't even count the blessings. So, okay, well, it's Wednesday night. Grandma's going to church. Grandpa's not going. I went Sunday night, but I gotta get over this stuff. I don't want nobody to get what I got. It's been 3 months. I've had this garbage. I thought it was over it the other day, and then it just right back again. But yeah, watch this. Watch this 50 moving average come down the trail here. It's going to be exciting. I'll tell you, there's millions of traders that are watching this 50-day moving average come down, because they know if we can close above it, we're going to do a little running, very likely. What are we going to do on Thursday? Oh man, I'll tell you. I seen some real good signals today that we probably going to get up in that 207, 208 area, and but it might end up being next week before we actually get there. I don't like this divergence thing. Yeah, we might just pull back a little bit before we plunge forward again. I don't know. I mean, they can run it. Tesla can run and run and run, but that low volume, that low volume is, 7 of the last 10 days we've gone up. We've closed up. Oh, by the way, we outperformed the indexes today. That's positive. But it also tells me we might pull back in line with those indexes tomorrow. You just don't know. Lost my train of thought like always. Oh man. Okay, well I'm gonna call it good here. She's, you know what, I think we're going to come close again to that 205. We might see 207 tomorrow uh, or Friday. I I think by through next week we you know we're probably going to see that 207, 208, 209 area. Question is, are we going to close above that 208, 209? Depending on where this 50 is at the time, is going to pretty much tell the story. That's why I keep talking about the 209. uh, Kerry Artek's lines that he's got right now are saying 208, close above 208 now. And he might be right about it. He's got a pretty awfully good system, actually, in Grandpa's opinion. But you know, he presents a good case for the bottom side and the top side, just about every day. So, okay, well, all good things are from the Lord, and that's a fact. Even if you've got things you struggle with in your life, you know, reminds me of my dad. He repeated stuff over and over and over, warnings about don't do this. Next day, don't do this. You know, same thing. Repeat himself over and over. And our Lord in the Bible does the same thing. He repeats uh, guidelines and warnings to his children um, because we forget quickly, and he don't want us to put our hand on the hot stove. Um, he's hoping that we're eventually be smart enough not to. You know, Grandpa, don't be impulsive. Have some patience. Don't just reach out and grab that hot frying pan. uh, yep, and if you grab a hot frying pan, your brain don't tell you it's hot till you got a good burn. And it's amazing how that is. You touch it and you're going to get burnt. Okay, Lord willing, Grandpa, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.